is a short video on scaling, using the scaling tool. Scaling tool we use, I think it's this icon here. Keyboard shortcut is SC. So with the scale tool, what we can do, there's a couple of operands we can use it for. One of them is scaling by a percentage or a multiple, and the other one is using a reference. And the reference one is one of the more important ones of the two. I'll come to that shortly. So jumping into the scale tool, there we go, SC for scale, spacebar to execute. We can select our objects first. It's asking us to select objects still. I think that's if you wanted to add additional objects. Currently I don't want to do that, so I'm just going to hit my enter key to OK that. Base point. For the base point of this, I'm going to choose which side you want to lock. So using this dinosaur as an example, ideally the dinosaur is going to be standing on the floor. So what we need to do, we need his feet to stay still. So we put the base point at his feet. If you put it at his head, it'll shrink up towards his head, and we don't want him floating in the sky. So keep him locked safely on the ground. Base point there is set at his toe. You'll see it automatically jumps to this kind of massive scale. Now that's fine, but we don't really need to know that. What we can do here is asking us at the base to specify a scale factor. In this instance, if you wanted him double the size, you put in 2. That's a factor of 2. In this instance, I want to make him half the size, so I put in 0.5 for the multiple of 0.5 should halve him down, and he shrinks down to half the size. I think you can use what's it called? The division slash as well. So try it again. Select objects, hit the base point with its toe, and let's try 1/2. That's half, and that will shrink him half again. So we can shrink him right down. So if he was to walk into this house, ding 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 ding. Let's put ortho on to make sure he's locked straight across. He can quite comfortably fit inside there. Now, if you want the brow of his eye there to reach the top of this door frame, what we could do is jump into the distance tool, DI for distance, measure 2 points, and we get 2000. So we see the height of the door is 2000. If I wanted this, or these group of objects here, to be 2000 units in height, what we do, we can select our objects. We can select our objects first. We can do it this way around. It should work the same way. So we select our objects. It just skips the first point of the command, and then we go into the base point. The base point we're going to have as its feet. And what we're going to do, because we don't know the scale factor, we don't know how much percentage bigger it is, we use this option called reference down here. So click on reference. And what we do with the reference is it asks us for 2 points, so a reference length. So the first point of the line is the base of his toe, and then to the top point here. So I'm going to choose that point there, so it's nice and straight across. So that point there is at the top. And you can scale it by eye, just by moving this up and down, or you can type in the distance of 2000. So there, that should fit, and just move him down a touch so he is on the floor. There we go. That should be perfect. So just running over that again, get him up to this. If you wanted him so we could reach up to the windowsill up here, just take a measurement of that distance, 2940. So again, select your objects, jump into scale, base point at his toe, then we jump into reference, and we take the reference length. So again, 2 points to sum up that line, so 1 point, 2 points, and then we put in our new distance, 2940. And there he is. He'll just reach underneath the window now. And there we go. That's scaling with reference. You'll notice that's the reference tool does pop up every now and then. It pops up with, I think, the rotate tool. I'll go over that next. Okay.